Hello friends! Today at Red River Farm we're doing something very special, and it is my first time doing this activity myself, so I'm very excited about it. But we are planting asparagus. Now asparagus is a very nice thing to have in your garden. It's tasty and it's very good for you, and it's also a perennial. In fact, an asparagus patch can last for about 20 years before you have to redo the patch. And so anyway, asparagus comes in crowns. That's typically how you'd purchase it, although you can plant it from seed. But this is a 2-year crown. You can get them in 1-year crowns as well, and those are very good. And anyway, what you do, or at least what we're doing to plant them, is we plowed a trench that's about a foot deep. And to do that, we just used a little tractor over there, that's Donald's tractor, and a moldboard plow. A middle buster would be even better than the moldboard, but that's what we had available today. And so we plowed our trench after marking out our rows, and we are now placing the plants in the row and burying them. Now we have our spacing about 18 inches apart per plant, and we have about 5 feet in between our rows. So that gives enough spacing to where we can still cultivate between the rows, and but yet not so far apart to where there's extra space to maintain. So anyway, what you do is you actually lay down the roots sideways in the trench. At least that's what I've been told. This is my first time planting them. And then you place the crown to where it's facing upwards, and then you bury them about halfway. You can see part of the row where we've buried them so far and put about 4 or 5 inches of soil on top of the plants there. And as you go down your row, just make sure they're thoroughly covered. And as you see the asparagus coming up through the part that you buried, you're going to finish burying that trench. It's kind of done in stages, almost like mounding a potato, except in this case you're actually filling in the trench rather than making a mound like a potato. So anyway, this asparagus patch fit perfectly between our Jerusalem artichoke that we planted recently and also our 1,000 strawberries that we have in this field next to us. So we're just so thankful that God gave us this specific place for the asparagus. And the wonderful thing about asparagus too is that it teaches us some great lessons about God. You see, the asparagus takes time to get established. We're not going to be able to harvest the asparagus this year. We're just going to let it grow up and get established, and then next year we can harvest from it. And that's a lot of times the way it is with God working in our hearts as Christians. Sometimes you can have activity going on in the heart of someone, but they're not yet ready to say harvest from. But God is still preparing them for a specific mission and a specific goal, and you can still see the fruits in their life, His working. And so in that case, we can help to cultivate and help those people be weed free, to help them get established for the time that God really has for them to shine in their fullness. So it's a lesson to not give up on people, even though they take time to develop and grow. It's a lesson to do everything we can to help them. And in the end, they might be some of the very best workers for the Lord. Just like asparagus is one of the most tasty vegetables, in my opinion. So anyway, it's a message of encouragement as God works in our hearts, and sometimes things take time, but don't give up and just keep on pressing on and growing and helping others to grow too. God be with you all, and have a wonderful day.